All right, we're doing a Q&A today because I have not done one of these in quite some time. It sounds like fun. You guys have questions, I've got answers. That doesn't mean they're gonna be good answers though. Sorry. This video is brought to you by Skillshare. Sometimes the best way to learn is right from your own PC. Skillshare gives you the online resources and knowledge to learn a multitude of creative and entrepreneurial skills. Get unlimited access to thousands of classes with a premium membership with annual subscriptions starting at just $10 a month. Or, you could just go to college like I did and be in a lifetime of debt. Your choice. Now, because Skillshare is sponsoring this video, they're actually giving away 2-month free trials when you sign up using the link in the description below. So, check that out. Watching a few of Oliver Ostrolago's classes on video editing already has me thinking of ways to spice up our travel vlogs when we're out covering tech conventions. Having quick and easy access to his years of experience as a professional film director has me convinced this is one of the best new ways to sharpen your craft in 2019. There's a ton more stuff on here, guys, so if you're at all interested in learning more about the topics that interest you, make sure you click on that link in the description below to get that 2-month free trial, because the best gains are for your brains. All right, right out of the gate here, we have the one and only Dr. Ian Cutress from AnandTech. What's going on, Ian? If we did a video together, what would it be about? I could see us doing some if there was some DreamWorks or Pixar animation, but all the characters were computer parts. You could be the super cool and smart motherboard, and I could do the voice of the party animal GPU running on old drivers or something. It's either gonna be that or some video we can't post to YouTube, if you catch my drift. The Manic Geek, what are your thoughts now on expanding your channel's operation given your current levels of growth and success within this segment of content creation? I feel like for a channel that has 1.6 something million subscribers, I should have a better blueprint or roadmap of where the channel is headed. And the truth of the matter is, I don't. I really am just kind of winging it. It sounds terrifying to say that out loud, but I think the main reason why I haven't dived headfirst into growing a much larger company is because I just don't think I would enjoy it as much. I enjoy the simplicity. I think it just works better with my content creation style, but I also don't like working 70-hour weeks back to back. So I think at some point I'm gonna have to expand in order to not wear as many hats and sort of focus on the creative aspect, the content creation itself, as opposed to trying to do everything all the time. Ludicrous Ginger asks, would you rather fight 1 Paul-sized duck or 100 duck-sized Pauls? So my theory here is that Paul's not really the aggressive type. So even if I had 100 duck-sized Pauls in front of me, they would just want to hang out. They'd probably just be half of them would be asleep. The other half would be trying to figure out how to get that damn HTPC finished. It would be more of an inconvenience than anything. I feel like I'd be like, guys, I only have 6 glasses in this house. I can't give water to all of you. Whereas the thought of 1 Paul-sized duck terrifies me. Ducks are mean, they're kind of dicky. And Paul's not a small dude, so combine his size with a duck's rage, and you have one evil mother ducker. Perfect Agent 007, how's it going, Agent? If life suddenly required you to seek full-time employment in addition to or in place of YouTube, which company or industry would you apply to? I've always felt like writing for a show like SNL would be kind of fun. I don't know, I've always been attracted to that sort of stupid, quirky, dumb humor, in case you couldn't tell. And yeah, obviously I write all the stuff on this channel, especially when it comes to the stupid commercials that we do or little skits here and there. And I really get a kick out of that. I love the writing process and being creative in that sense. I could maybe do a little bit of on-camera stuff too. I couldn't do film or an actual TV production, but maybe SNL where it's just more of a theatrical presentation. I could see myself being happy at a place like that. Girlfriend PX Gaming, what was your scariest moment when building a PC? Well, Alan, aka Reboot Bob, how did you get Wifey Sauce to say yes, and is she still your hostage? Yeah, that was a matter of, a very large pillowcase, duct tape. Victim goes in bag, tape around the end, throw it in the back of a pickup, or a padded trunk if you're feeling generous. Make sure you water and feed them daily, and then after a few weeks, they'll just develop Stockholm Syndrome, and happily ever after. Ludicrous Ginger, this is your second question, but I'm gonna answer it because you keep asking good questions. What's the best and worst part of moving from the office to your own home for working and producing videos? By far the worst thing is having less space. There's a lot more clutter now. It takes us more effort and energy and time to organize things properly. It just feels a bit more cramped, obviously. We came from a space that had about 1,300 square feet, and now I have this room, I mean, granted I have a whole house now as opposed to that one bedroom in my grandparents before I had the dedicated office space. So we're somewhere in between now, my grandparents and off-site office. But the best thing so far is not having to deal with a commute every day. I mean, I was living in Orange County, which is basically like the same as LA traffic, and having to drive through that twice a day was more stress and more time and energy than I really cared for. And especially if I was ever, if I ever left something at home, like a memory card that had some data on it or a product for the day, it was just such a pain and a huge struggle to have to go retrieve it. So I didn't really like that distance at all. Now it's like I wake up and I'm at work, so that's really nice. Daniel Adiri, what is your opinion on the Game of Thrones ending? Well, I think people give it a hard time. I think it was really great in a sense because it ended. Kyle M, what's the difference between a push and pull on a radiator compared to just pull or just push? A push configuration is when the fans are on one side of the radiator and they're pushing air through the fin stack so that it can be ejected out the other side. Pull is when you flip those fans and now you're sucking air through the radiator, so just the opposite. And then push and pull is when you have fans on either side of the rad and now you're kind of combining their static pressure and CFM to increase the amount of airflow and things like that to potentially alleviate your thermals a bit more. That doesn't always work. Sometimes it's only a difference of a degree or two. There's a number of unlimited factors, but personally I've seen that just a push or just a pull configuration is plenty for most people's needs, the vast majority of users. Plus you don't have to spend the extra money on additional fans and things like that. Of course, if you have serious cooling demands and you're overclocking some seriously hot running hardware, then having that push-pull configuration could potentially help you out. Keith plays PC. What's going on, Keith? All my friends are in here. Would you rather wear socks with sandals or no socks with leather shoes? That's a terrible question. So here's the thing, if you wear socks with sandals, you're just gonna be a Linus copycat. I'll copy Linus all day and all night, but his fashion sense is the one thing I'll never try to mimic. However, with leather shoes and no socks, then you get all sweaty and grimy, but at least you won't look like an idiot in public because no one's gonna be able to tell you're not wearing socks under those closed-toe shoes, whereas socks and sandals, I mean, it's out in the open. That's one thing you should stay in the closet for, definitely. Socks and sandals wears, Linus? Keep it in your socks. I am JC asks, what's your opinion on Intel's plan to enter the GPU market? I'm excited, but I'm trying to stay realistic about it. Obviously, competition is good, and I think a lot of people are gonna be happy that there's a third choice now besides AMD and NVIDIA when it comes to discrete GPUs. At the same time, I'm not expecting miracles. I don't think just because Intel is a massive company and they're hugely successful with their CPU market that they're automatically gonna be a shoo-in for discrete GPUs. Just because you're a YouTube creator doesn't mean you know jack about streaming on Twitch. So I think it's just one of those things where over time we're gonna start to see Intel becoming more and more competitive, but I think that's gonna take quite a while for them to actually get to that point. That is all to say, I'm always happy for more options for the consumer, and I can't wait to check them out when they're ready. Timothy, how do you get Aura Sync to work? Tried downloading the driver from the website, but it doesn't work. That is the hardest question I've ever been asked. It's hit or miss for me too, man. Sometimes it works perfectly fine on the first try, and other times I'm pulling my hair out for the exact same reason. What I've found is that you are screwed because Aura is relatively broken like a lot of RGB software is. Make sure you don't have any other existing software installed that might compete with it or cause any incompatibility issues. And what I've tried before is actually going to, this sounds weird, but going to a different motherboard web page and downloading Aura Sync from that motherboard, and sometimes that works. It's really stupid. But yeah, good luck with that, and Godspeed, because I know I wouldn't want to be you right now. Tactical Dennis. Hey, how's it going, Dennis? Can I has PC? No. And I think that's a pretty good amount of questions for one day, guys, so thank you so much for asking those. You can follow me on Twitter at BitwitKyle if you want to take part in a future Q&A. But if you enjoyed this video, toss a like on it before you go. Get subscribed for more tech stuff coming at you really soon. Oh, I totally forgot, merchandise. Buy some merchandise. Did you notice my nice little hoodie here? Stop by looking at my teeth. If you want to check it out, it's bitwit.tech, shirts, hoodies, and all that stuff with the new heatsink logo on it. Go ahead and check it out, guys. It's a great way to support the channel, and everything is super comfy. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, and I'll see y'all in the next video.